Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. We're doing a podcast. It's Zin and I. Say hello. Zin. No, which one are you? Zin.
Hello, Zin.
Hi, I'm BoredGamer.
Hi.
Hello. So today I wanted to talk about some changes and updates and things that I'd like to improve on the channel, and some frequently asked questions that we get about Star Citizen, about content on the channel. Why don't we do this? Why do we do this? All that sort of stuff. So, are you ready for this, Sin? Because some of these questions are kind of focused on the work that you do.
Wow.
Oh, exciting, eh?
Are people ready for the answers?
Well, no, I'm not. So once Alpha 3.18's gone live, so more towards the probably February, we're going to start implementing stuff because we're lazing around in January. That's what we're going to be doing. I want to have more gameplay on the channel. So we don't do much sort of exclusive gameplay. We don't do much focused gameplay work because we are realistically more of a news channel. We cover Star Citizen updates. We will look at individual features and do a quick sort of overview and bam, let's check out this new feature in context gameplay wise. But beyond that, we don't sit down and do zero to hero. We don't play through missions just randomly for content on the channel. Now, assuming that 3.18 is in a stable state, I'd like to run through that with Zin. I'd like to do a lot of different mission types. I'd like to do, let's do a salvage career. So is that something that you think will work, Zin? Is that something that you're excited to do? Or are you worried that with 3.18, we're still going to have problems when we're running through missions, that we'll get halfway through and then everything will 30k, everything will implode, and I'll just be stressed?
I think it'll be, I think it's feasible, doable. I would enjoy doing it. I also think that even if it does come to a catastrophic failure halfway through, it'll still be fun and probably just amusing for everybody else.
And I suppose it is reflective of the gameplay, whatever state it's in. So if that happens, then we'll just have to roll with it, I suppose. So it's one of the reasons I've sort of shied away from doing extensive gameplay on the channel. And gameplay-wise, it probably won't sort of like entirely replace videos. It will potentially be in addition to other stuff that we're still doing. So it's not going to be like, oh, you're getting less of the other stuff. It will be, well, actually, we'll start adding some gameplay to what we're doing. And that will be, we'll cover events like Siege of Orison, and we sort of did that already, but we'll get some like jump town playthroughs and organise some stuff with different orgs, and we'll just go, well, actually, we're going to play through this mission set today, bam, and just see what it's like. So hopefully people will enjoy that. If you have specific sort of missions and gameplay content you want us to cover, you say, actually, that would be a really good laugh if you do that, or I'd love to see this career done with a couple of people, great. Just chuck us a comment. So, something I have wanted to do for ages, but Zin, I want you to organise it because I'm lazy, is some form of monthly or 2 monthly BoredGamer event for doing something in Star Citizen. So,
if anybody's interested in helping out,
yes,
feel free to drop us a message on Discord.
So realistically, that's what it's going to have to be. So we'll need some people to help us organise some stuff, preferably a couple of orgs or that will go, yeah, we'll do this gameplay with you. We'll run through Jump Town with you. We'll do some sort of salvage challenge where have some cool boarding fleet battle gameplay where it'll be assault these ships when their capital ship is disabled, sort of run on board and assault it or whatever, something like that.
I'm just rubbish at organising things like that.
No, that's okay. I mean, it's probably best to get other orgs and people to help us organise. We need a few good lieutenants. That means that we can concentrate on playing and filming. Mm-hmm. And they're doing all of the organisation and hard work. And it sounds a bit, unreasonable, but that's the only way it gets done.
And we'll love you forever.
We will potentially remember your name until I forget it. It would genuinely be appreciated. So if anyone wants to help out, such as a thankless job as it is, then please drop us a message in the comments, but more readily on discord.gg/BoredGamer. That if you get on there, say hello, we'll make sure we've got a little section for it. And
I'm pretty sure we have got a little section for it.
we might. Do you know what? There might have been a lot of offers already. But yeah, we'll go through that, and that's something maybe we'll start in February, more likely March. Actually starting to get eventy stuff done. And if people got suggestions for things they want done, or like, yeah, we'd love to do something with you and Zin, bam, we've got this org event planned. Awesome. We'll play and film. That's what we want to do. Something that I've wanted to do for a while is the return of the org and community spotlight stuff. This is me just being lazy and not doing it. It takes a while to arrange, and then I typically have to interview someone for a couple of hours and sorting out times for that and who gets to do that, what orgs I select, what sort of those sort of things. It can be quite complicated, or at least a bit time consuming. So probably starting February again, I'm going to jump into doing at least an org a month, probably an org every couple of weeks. So if you'd like your org to be featured, send me a link about your org, a little blurb, a link to it so I can sort of check it out myself. And what will happen is I'll go, what's relevant gameplay at the moment, or what's hot in the news? Cool, let's talk about this org that does that. And it doesn't really have to hit any metric size beyond, it has to be I suppose an active org, and it has to be of, a reasonable size, maybe like 20 plus people. So it can be 10,000 people if you test, or it can be 20 plus. And I'll sort of make up some arbitrary requirements at the time. But org spotlight, community spotlight, if you've got any sort of like apps or people running races or whatever that you think is worth checking out as well, I sort of include it there. Now, Zin, this is more for you.
Oh, no.
Why don't we see more Zin lore? We used to have it every week. Now we have it most weeks. We have it on a Sunday.
It's been holidays.
It has been holidays. This is true.
I've been busy with life.
Zin has a life. We confirmed. So there's lots of other reasons as well. So lore's relatively time consuming. There's a limited amount of lore.
Yeah, see, that's probably one of my main things is I don't want to blast through all the lore and then be like, well, I don't really have anything else to do unless I redo the stuff I've already done, and what's the point of that, because it's already up on YouTube. Yeah,
and the way that Zin does that, like mostly storytelling lore, there's only certain stories that are appropriate for that, and it's ones that take your fancy, isn't it? Like I want to do this one.
I do try and do stuff where I think other people will appreciate hearing or learning about it.
So I just talk about any old toss.
Anything and everything.
So people that don't know, Zin does a lore series on my channel on Sundays. Check it out. It is good, solid lore and storytelling. She's got a good storytelling voice. And anytime there's not a lore video on a Sunday, I get lots of messages like, is Zin all right? Where's Zin's lore? Is Zin's lore going to be on again? When are we getting more lore? Things like that. So I just thought I'd make people aware that, yes, we're doing lore series. There will be more of Zin's lore, but it won't be every week. But it'll be often.
Mm. The thing is, it's also because it's very audio based. There's a lot of audio editing required. Whereas obviously with you and your news things, you just kind of you just keep going, and a lot of it's off the top of your head.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the news is not off the top of my head, Zin. It's
no, but like
very well researched.
But I mean, you know what I mean.
Yes.
You'll know what you're talking about. Whereas I'm trying to keep to a script. I'm also trying to make it flow.
That's the kindest thing you've ever said to me. That you think I know what I'm talking about. Thanks.
You're welcome.
You are mistaken. So something else I want to do, because we're able to do it in sort of October, November, and start of December, is we average about 1.2 videos released a day at the moment. I want to bring that closer to 2 over time. So that will be a mixture of gameplay and other stuff. It might not just be... So for people that don't know, Zin edits videos for me, but also gets footage and does animation for NordVPN ads, and slowly sort of learning more and more bits and bobs for the channel as she sort of goes, as and when. And there's editing, obviously, that I do on the weekends, or if I want to get a quick video out. So sometimes I edit something, and you'll probably be able to tell if it's been edited by me, because it's very sort of quick stock footage, bump, just B-rolled, sort of chucked in. But there's no reason why we can't do a mixture of both of that, and both me and Zin effectively edit and do lots of stuff throughout a day. So I just want to bring more videos, more stuff, more videos. Star Citizen's getting more complex. There's more to talk about. There's more stuff to cover gameplay wise. So I just want to do more. I think as Zin's getting more efficient as well, that becomes more viable. And as I said, Zin is learning a little bit of animation. Normally that is thrust upon her because of my NordVPN ads. And we go, Zin, do this.
Listen to this rather surreal advert and then try and make a video on it.
And then occasionally go, you can't say that. What? Why can't I say that? Oh, come on. It's only one child that got punched. It's fine. But then it turns out that it's a barman, so it's fine. It's a 30-year-old barman. That's the way you get around it, sneaky like. Oh, no, it's actually. Is there anything you want to learn sort of editing style-wise at the moment, Sin? Anything that you've got like your eye on, or
no? I mean, obviously I'd like to get better at because you recently got me the After Effects.
Yes, the full suite.
But it's so it's not hard, but it's complex.
You have to know what you want to do with it before you use it,
and then know how to do it.
Yeah.
You just need to know what you're doing.
I know what you mean. So one of the reasons I actually employed Zin is because I don't want to learn how to edit properly, because I prefer to focus on recording and research. And I don't have any sort of artistic flair whatsoever. I mean, I'm surreal, and I can come up with, I can talk for ages about a subject, but editing's a bit beyond me, doing it properly. So Zin will eventually be a genius at editing. It's the sound of genius, Zin. I'm not sure you haven't heard it much because you're not there yet, Zin. You just get a little bit of a That's what you get at the moment. You get a little one. So what else? We are supposed to be giving exclusive videos and exclusive perks and stuff to the YouTube channel members and Patreons, which they do get occasionally, but it's quite rare at the moment. So occasionally it's once a month. Those sort of channel members and patrons really help the channel out, like massively as well. It is one of our a big source of income for us. It's a big reason why we're able to do the amount of videos and cover Star Citizen like we do. And I'm able to employ Zin to do editing and stuff for the channel full time. So I want to incentivize people to want to become channel members and Patreons, but also actually give them stuff more regularly. And give them a bit more interaction. So me and Zin actually play a reasonable amount of games once we finished our work in the day that we record. So it will be things like we've just completed Bonding Ambivalence. You quite liked that, didn't you? Because I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was good.
It was a little bit spooky. It was a little bit cyberpunky. Very basic first-person shooter, but sort of like a bit of a puzzler. A bit of a exploration and lore game. It was pretty cool. French cyberpunk, bit weird premise, but fun.
It was 7 hours long.
Oh, I didn't realise it was that long.
I believe our playthrough took about between 7 and 8 hours.
So what we might want to do then is split into 30-minute or hour chunks and just sort of rough cut it and chuck it up for the Patreon.
I mean, there's probably a lot of stuff I can cut out, which is just us running from one location to another location.
Yeah, but so I don't want to spend a huge amount of time editing stuff like that because you've got Star Citizen work to do. So that's one of the other things. Like as we get more Star Citizen gameplay in, we'll be able to release more Star Citizen exclusive videos for Patreons and channel members as well that are more rough cut and sort of off cuts of other videos and things. So hopefully people will enjoy that. But yeah, there's a variety of other games. We do a lot of escape room stuff. And you can see how like my brain will melt and Zin will work something out very easily, and vice versa. Like it's quite funny when someone goes, I can't work this out, and the other person sort of walks up and goes beep 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 like this. And go, oh well, fuck you then. So yeah, we'll be getting more things to vote on, more things to get involved with. And more just general interaction and more videos, exclusive videos for patrons and channel members. So consider using the join button under my videos. Consider becoming a Patreon. That really does help, quite genuinely. Now, Zin, couple of things. I am going to be poking CIG for a studio tour.
Yes.
And I'll be asking them to allow you to come along as well. Assuming that you want to come, I assume you would.
I mean, I am toilet trained, so I don't see why they wouldn't want me to come along.
But are you, though?
Yes.
Yes, yes, I am. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get a studio tour for the UK office this year. Maybe we should poke for one for the Frankfurt office as well. But I am just more interested in the UK office. It's big. It's got a load of people there.
It's all new and
it's
fancy.
easy to
Well,
get to.
actually, the Frankfurt one's also new, isn't it?
Yes, it is also new. But yeah, new fancy studio, and they said that they wanted to get studio tours started again. So I will poke them. They are so useful, studio tours. They give me an awesome sort of video or two for content because I would like interview some devs there or like Aaron Roberts or whatever. I mean, Chris is there as well at the moment, so maybe I'd be able to get some time with him, but that's hoping that I would be able to rather than any form of confirmation. And it just gives me a bit of a health check of the project, get to see and plan stuff quite a way ahead as well. It's awesome to do a studio tour. If you ever get the chance to do one, I recommend doing one. Something that I'll probably do if I do get a studio tour anytime soon is run a little bar citizen after it. But more generally throughout the year, I would like Sin and I to attend some bar citizen events, attend more events in general, at least me. But I will try and poke Sin to do some of them if they are viable. I know lots of people run these big bar citizens. It's good to meet up with fans. It's good to meet up with other Star Citizens and just chat. And there's a lot of CIG devs that are turning up to these events as well now. So it's a lot more viable and sensible to do so. Do you think you'd be up for some bar citizens in?
Yeah.
Yeah. I do want to run a big bar citizen as well. I tried to run one last year, but there was looming COVID and very expensive prices and lots of other problems. And like incredibly expensive hotel rooms when we tried to attend some events as well.
Mm-hmm. That's just because there were other events happening in Manchester.
Yeah, so we wanted to attend a big bar citizen last year, and we sort of got it all planned and like, oh yeah, it's going to be awesome. And then it was like £400 each a night in a room. I was like, oh, that's too expensive.
I think it was even more than that.
It might have been more than that. So something else, Sin, that might be quite expensive.
Yeah.
CitizenCon.
Yay.
In LA. Is it something that you would want to go to cover from LA, or do you think we should cover remotely, or we should go to a watch party somewhere in the UK?
I mean, I'd love to have an excuse to go to America.
So, okay, so you more than don't mind, you'd love an excuse to go.
Yeah, because I could possibly tie it in with a holiday as well, you know? Like, while I'm over there, might as well.
Yeah, okay.
But like you say, like how feasible is it to cover it? How would we cover it?
Well, the problem I have with it is that we'd effectively be going out there and I'd want to get some work done. So the visa, they will probably not accept a visa if I say I'm going there to work. And if I say that I'm going there for a holiday, is that true? So like, and I want to make sure everything is accurate and done perfectly correctly. So I get travel anxiety. I'm not sure if people are aware. I hate traveling sometimes, and sometimes I'm fine with it. So I hate traveling. I hate, okay, at least occasionally. I just there's so many things that can go wrong. It just causes me so much anxiety. So maybe with the going to CitizenCon, if I can work it up in my head properly, then I'll go there. Yeah, let's go, and we'll work something out. I'm not sure how we'll fund it. I think it's not actually too expensive to get return tickets to LA or nearby.
I haven't got a clue.
Yeah, we'll do some research on it. I think it would be awesome to go. I think I'm a lot better with my traveling over the last couple of years, so I get it a lot less. But it's good to know that you're literally just up for it. Like bam, let's go. And what do people think? What do people think in the chat? Do they think we should potentially get better coverage of the event by doing it remotely and getting more videos out? Or would you like, I suppose, more detailed coverage? And I suppose we could interview devs if we're there. Oh, I don't know. I loved CitizenCon 2019 when I went, when it was in the UK.
Yeah, like I think maybe we just go to CitizenCon. Like it would probably be more feasible if we just go to CitizenCons if it's in the UK.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'd love to go to American one. It would be great.
Well, maybe CIG will invite us. CIG, woo! You know, they love us. They love us. We'll see. Yeah. So maybe is the answer. I am warming up to the idea. I'll have to make sure it's done properly, and because we're effectively going out there and I'd be releasing videos, so does that count as me working? Things like that. Or is it something I have to go, actually, you can't do any work, genuinely can't do it until we get back. and that's maybe viable as well, we'll have a think. We'll work it out. Could always just send you and DC over there.
Yeah.
And I could cover it remotely and just occasionally sort of voice chat with you. Go, Zin, you're the correspondent on the ground. What's going on? We've got a lot of nerds walking around drinking. Perfect. That's my that's what happened when I was at CitizenCon, and I was bloody well proud to be one of them. Yeah, so yeah, maybe for CitizenCon, I'm interested to know what people think about that. And if there's any sort of feedback that you have that you'd like us to do, sort of content-wise, or improvements you'd like us to make, or why don't we do this, why don't we do that? I think that the channel is pretty solid news channel for Star Citizen. Obviously, my bias is that I'm really hype about the project. I really enjoy Star Citizen. I make a living from covering it, but we're not sort of employed by CIG in any way. They occasionally give us a free ship for a giveaway, but it's sort of no strings attached. Zin is a lot more critical on things that she doesn't like, or at least she's more critical in general as a person, as what I would say. And I think that gives us a good, when we're doing podcasts, a good sort of bouncing off each other, where she'll go, no, don't agree with that, or that's not the way I see it, sort of thing. But I'm very, very hype about Star Citizen, and I will be critical about things that I don't like, but I'm generally pretty positive about it, and I cover the news rather than be overly critical of what CIG is saying, if you see what I mean. But yeah, that's what we're going to be trying to do from February/March onwards. And if people want to help out with the bits and bobs, I would genuinely appreciate it. If you've got like, you can play with us. We've got some more events coming up. Awesome, absolutely awesome. Please invite us. We'd love to come to some of them. I am going to, actually, this is another thing. I am going to try and do some more live streaming potentially with Zin later in the year. And I'd like to get more involved with other content creators again. I'm going to start to like appear on their podcasts more, trying to get them to appear on some of my stuff. Maybe get Zin to appear on a podcast or two with some other content creators, maybe, but I don't want to push it because I don't know how shy you might be.
I don't like other people.
See, Zin doesn't like other people, or at least doesn't like other people live, which you can't hide.
Yeah, I don't like telephone conversations and stuff like that. No.
Which is weird, seeing what job you now have.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't it? And you're good with the law. People like the law. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you've got any comments, leave them down below. And yeah, love you, bye. Say goodbye, Zin.
Love you, bye.
Yeah, perfect. It's a new year. Time for resolutions. A brighter future. I'll make myself better each day. Or I could just stay at home and play computer games. But what if someone steals my house or bank while I'm otherwise preoccupied on the internet? NordVPN.com/BoredGamer. It's probably the best VPN deal of 2023 already. Not only does it provide security, anonymity, and accessibility on the interwebs, but I haven't heard of anyone with NordVPN having their house stolen. Thanks, NordVPN. Now no one will know what type of degenerate anime I watch. Get NordVPN, you filthy animal. You deserve it. Every month we have a ship giveaway. For January, we are giving away an Argo Raft, the reinforced advanced freight transport ship. A dedicated cargo hauler that should see some additional gameplay in 2023. This also comes with a Star Citizen game package and lifetime insurance. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning that is comment on any of my videos made during the month. More details in the description below. If you'd like to further support the channel, then please consider becoming a YouTube member with the join button under my videos. You could even become a Patreon. There's links below to that. But liking, subscribing, commenting goes a huge way to help the channel grow. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the verse.